Now, the leak of the Supreme Court draft opinion has sparked protests across the country, two taking place this afternoon in the Triad, one in Greensboro and one in Winston-Salem.
Well, Fox 8's Jordan Brown was there as a small group gathered outside of the Forsyth County Federal Building, which includes the federal courthouse there. She joins us live tonight from Winston-Salem. So, Jordan, what have you learned?
Well, guys, this particular group was in support of abortion rights for women. About 30 or so of them were gathered right here outside of the federal building in Winston-Salem. And while today's group was relatively small, they tell me they believe they represent the majority when it comes to this polarizing issue, but not everyone would agree with that. This group wasted no time stationing themselves on the corner of their local courthouse. With handmade signs, they were here to make a message clear.
I feel like this is an issue that's a very personal issue. It's a very private issue, and I feel like other people involving themselves in decisions that really have nothing to do with them is really disingenuous.
In Greensboro Tuesday, it was the same scene with the same message. But some, including the president of North Carolina Right to Life, say the two protests were not reflective of the majority opinion. Bill Pincus says he's hoping the draft holds up.
We're cautiously optimistic that Roe v. Wade will be overturned and that there's much more work to do to ensure that every human being, born and unborn, deserves the dignity of being a member of Homo sapiens, us. You know, you and me.
The draft ruling is just that, a draft. But both sides want to make sure their voices are heard before a final vote is cast.
We want to continually educate the public about the value of life and the dignity of every human being.
I feel like they should step away from things that don't really impact them directly and allow it to be the individual decision between a woman and her family and her doctor and things that are directly related to her.
Now, currently, abortion is still legal in the state of North Carolina, and there are no trigger laws here. That means that abortion law can't be abruptly overturned should the Supreme Court decide to overturn Roe versus Wade. We're live in Winston-Salem. Jordan Brown, Fox 8 News.
Jordan, thank you. Some people saw storms across the